share that vision with you. They want you to come along the ride with us. So I'm going to basically run through some information. I'm actually going to show you guys the platform as well. So then at the end of this call, you guys can truly see what we got going on here, guys. This platform is really impacting and changing the lives of people all over the world. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna share my screen, guys. If you could do me a favor, just type 111. Why does it do this? Let me just push this over here, guys, real quick. 1 second. If you guys can see my screen, hear my voice, just please type 111 in the chat. I wanna make sure we're good to go. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, the platform's name is Akashx. And, a lot of you on this call are probably, thinking to yourselves, what is Akashx? My friend told me to come on here. I have no clue what this is. Basically, guys, this brand, this company was created for a community of entrepreneurs, right? That I said that want to learn how to profit in the world. They want to become digital entrepreneurs, and they want to learn how to leverage their profits and compound them inside the financial markets, just utilizing tools and using AI. Now, most people in the world right now are living paycheck to paycheck. And here in America, 67% of the workers inside the US are living paycheck to paycheck, right? I remember when I saw this for the very first time, when I was 22 years old, I was living paycheck to paycheck. And the fact that that was 14 years ago, I can't imagine how much worse it's gotten, right? Over 18 million households don't even have enough money to basically pay for their livelihood and their food for the month, and what's going to become worse is there's a statistic that CNBC came up with that said 50% of world jobs are about to be eliminated due to AI. I just saw an article that Amazon laid off over 30,000 employees and replaced them with AI. So this is really a reality check for a lot of people. Most people, they're thinking about a plan B, but there's people probably on this call right now that need a plan A, and this can be your plan A. Now, most of the time, people don't get started with trading for a couple different barriers, right? Most of you guys probably on this call right now just don't know. They don't know how to trade. They don't know how it works. So there's a knowledge gap, right? And when you start to kind of try to learn, you feel like it's super complex. You don't understand. You don't know what's going on. And you just don't have the access to it or the emotional discipline. If you ever tried, maybe you've lost. Maybe you've tried to trade and all you've ever done is lose money because you don't have the mentorship. Well, that's where Akashx comes into play, guys. This is the solution. This is an all-in-one platform that will walk you through and it will help you become a professional inside the trading space. See, guys, we have an e-learning academy that will walk you through A through Z, right? From beginner to advanced. We have a very, very detailed academy, guys, that will walk you through. They'll teach you the basics, they'll teach you the fundamentals, and they'll really teach you how to understand how to trade inside the market. But we've taken it a step further because here's the deal. If you want to be successful in life, I'm going to give you guys a secret. You can find someone that's good in the field that you're trying to get great at. And if you can learn from someone one-on-one and you can do exactly what they do, you're going to be able to get the same exact results that they have. See, in our academy, we have experts that have their own academies that will walk you through step by step and teach you exactly how they trade. So you don't have to guess anymore. And once you've gone through their academy, we have on Oracle all throughout the day, live sessions with these exact experts. So as you've gone through their academy, as you've learned their strategies, you can now go watch them live inside the market and trade alongside with them. So while you're learning, you can also earn at the same exact time because they're going to scan the market, they're going to look for profitable trade setups, and they're going to help you and walk you through and hold your hand and help you become successful. Now, our flagship product is what's made people be able to participate in the trading space on day one. See, most of you guys, you don't know how to enter inside the market. You don't even know where to begin. So we have something called Tap to Trade, which is really just a 3-step system where you're going to receive a notification to your phone. And it's going to ask you, do you want to approve this trade? Now, these trades are going to come from our experts that we have inside our team. Now, what happens is they've taken the trade and your phone is asking you if you'd like to copy the trade that they took. Now, when you tap approve, the risk is done for you, right? It's an automatic default low risk set already, so you don't have to worry about that. Once you tap approve, whatever the educator does, it happens for you. So if they close out the trade, it closes it out for you. If it goes and hits profit, guys, it automatically closes exactly for you. Now, I have a video that I'm going to share here really quick, guys. This is a video that demonstrates what tap to trade is.
I'm going to show you the simplest, sexiest way to trade going into 2026. As you can see, we got a tap to trade.
Just 1 second, guys. I got to share my sound. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Share sound, optimize. Here we go.
I'm going to show you the simplest, sexiest way to trade going into 2026. Now, as you can see, we got a tap to trade. All I do is just click on the notification, brings me straight to the app. You can see number of trades won, number of trades lost. This is a buy on gold. Now, you could just hit approve, but I'm going to up my risk. Okay, I'm going to risk 0.5% of my total account balance, which is a $100,000 prop firm. Now, boom, all I do is just hit approve. Trade approved successfully. So now what I'm going to do, because I feel like it, I'm going to go to Trade Locker, and I'm going to actually look at this trade because I can. So as you can see, going to Trade Locker, and then boom, we are in the trade. Literally, everything is controlled for me, done for me. All I did was hit approve. As you can see, if I click on trades, literally in the matter of 20 seconds, my account went up to $100. Tap to trade is next level.
So all that user did was tap approve. The risk was set for 0.1%, and then he moved it up to 0.5%. So you guys can control that part of it. And once you've tapped approve, you can even watch the trade happen in real time. Very, very simple, guys. Very, very easy for the brand new trader. Now, once you've kind of learned, once you've gone through the academies, you've watched some live sessions, we also have our educators and our experts that will send you their trade signals. So now these signals are where you can kind of manage the trade how you would like. They'll give you several different profit areas that they think the market's going to go to. You can place your own trade and you can be as aggressive as you want. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, or maybe you want to be a little bit more aggressive, it's completely up to you. That look for profitable trade setups inside the market. And basically what these Radar X scanners will do is they'll actually print out trade ideas and moments in the market that you can just open up the scanner, take the trade when you want, and it's fully automated, right? You basically just have to open up the scanner, pull up your broker, take the trades, and you guys can trade whenever you want. So if you're a morning trader, awesome, this is for you. If you're a late night trader, this is for you. If you want to trade on your lunch break, this is for you guys. This is a way where you guys can trade whenever you would like. Now, we also have a full-blown crypto academy, guys. Most people have heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, things like that, but most of you guys don't know how to capitalize in the crypto market. So we have a full-blown crypto academy, guys, that will walk you through step-by-step, teach you how to become profitable, and teach you how to understand the cryptocurrency market. Now, we also have some smart tools, again, with some AI. Our platform will track all of your trades. So through our Lumina analytics, any trades that you take inside of the platform, basically it's going to document those trades. It's going to let you know, hey, how much money have you made? How much money have you lost? What's the best trade? What's the worst trade? Who's the best trader that you follow? Who's on the win streaks? Who's on a loss streak? And it gives you the ability to see where your trades are going. Now, you can put a trade log together and have different goals, and you can put these two things together through the Sage AI assistant and have the assistant help you understand where you're going, right? If you have a question, this is like your friend, this is your assistant. It can walk you through, guys, and it can help you become a better trader. Because here's the worst part. When you're trading, and if you've ever lost, a lot of times you have questions. You want to learn from those losses. So the Sage AI assistant will help you understand where you're losing, right? And it can also help you become a better trader. Now, if you want to get started as an Akashx trader, guys, we have several different options. We have a monthly, we have a 3, and we have a 6, and we have an annual. So, most people that just want to give this thing a shot, they'll come in on a monthly. But for those of you guys on this call right now that are serious, that really, truly want to learn this skill set, I always suggest people to come in on the annual because it gives you 12 months. It also gives you a discount. And then you guys can really lock in. You guys can be here 1 year from now. Now, That's the trading side of what we do. We also have a separate side of this that you can add on, which is an Akashx travel part, where, for me, guys, I think money's great, and I think that it's very important. And obviously, you should definitely learn the skill set of trading. But at the end of the day, I also believe that experiences are right up there. You have to go and see the world. And, with our Akashx travel program, you guys will have access to a booking engine where you can receive up to 70, almost 80% off hotels all over the world. We also have car rentals, cruises, weekly resorts, Airbnb type places, activities, places to go out to eat. The most wealthy people in the world, they look for ways to save money, right? It's not always about making money. It's about how much money can you actually keep. And this booking engine, guys, you can use this really for everything. And it's included with your Akashx travel program. Now, if you do the trade and travel program, guys, and you're active for 6 months, if you're active for 6 months, you also receive a bonus 7-night luxury resort certificate where basically, guys, you're going to be able to go on a free trip. All you have to do is pay for the resort fees and taxes, but the stay itself is completely free. So no matter what, as long as you're active, you're going to receive a free trip. And then, like I said, you're going to get access to the booking engines, the discounts for the hotels, the car rentals, the cruises, the weekly resorts, shopping, and then everything that we talked about on the train side. And this is only a $20 extra a month. So if you want to do the monthly, guys, it's $249 one time. It's $199 a month. Again, if you're active for 6 months, you get that free night stay. There's also a 3-month, a 6-month, and an annual as well on those packages. But guys, that's, again, the trading and travel side. That's the customer side of things. And for me, I think that right there is something that a lot of people, they want to learn the skill set. They want to learn the skill set. They want to learn how to leverage their money in the markets, and they want to have more experiences with their life. And that's why in just 2025 alone, guys, over 35,000 people got started here with Akashx. And this thing's been an absolute blessing, not only in my life, but also my business partner's life, guys, which you guys are going to hear from in just a second. But he's going to go over the back half of this thing where you guys can learn how to make profits as a digital entrepreneur, right? Where you guys can start your own online business, take this anywhere all over the world, learn how to make money, and also, once you're learning that skill set, be able to compound that money. Now, Joey, this guy, he's been in this industry like I have been over 14 years. He's helped so many people, guys, receive up to the 6-figure rank. Some even hit the 7-figure rank. So if you're on this call and you want to know how to make a difference in your life and go make more money, definitely keep an open mind. But Joey, man, if you're there, bro, you can spotlight your video. Thank you so much for being on here, man. And you can take it over, bro.
All right, brother, you get to that wedding, all right? Come on. Hey, guys, listen, fired up and excited. Hopefully you got some value out of this. I saw a couple haters in the comments, and I just want to let you know I would never tie my name to something that wasn't legit, period. And you do got to be careful out there. I'm one of the most cautious people. One thing we don't do is take people's money and invest it for you and promise profits. This is an educational platform. Period. Okay. And then on top of that, you can go out there and share this with people and earn a residual income. And I love it because, listen, over 13 years ago, I was working at the gym. I was selling memberships and I was going to school full time, trying to figure out my path, trying to figure out my purpose. I knew God had a better plan for me than sitting there at a 9-to-5 that I didn't even like. I wanted to find a way to have complete freedom, to be able to wake up with my wife and kids and live our dream life. And we're God's highest form of creation. We can do whatever we want on the planet. And I never resonated with the old model of go to school, get good grades, get a job, and then work that job for the rest of my life. I just never resonated with that. And some of you on this call might understand what I'm talking about. And so for me, I was at the gym and my wheels were spinning. I was looking for that opportunity. This was back in 2012. I saw people not just making a living, but making a killing utilizing social media and technology. And so I ended up meeting a guy that would come in every day. He had a brand new Range Rover Sport autobiography, and which I love Range Rovers. And the way he carried himself, and I had some conversations with him, I could tell he was pretty successful in the town that I grew up in. He was in his mid-40s, and I was 22. And one day he came up to me and he goes, listen, man, I coach people all over the world. I teach them how to become financially free, and I can teach you. And I remember thinking to myself, you can teach me how to be financially free? I've never heard that before. I'm like, what are you trying to sell me, right? Because if it's anything outside of the box of what was beat in our brain and we're conditioned, like if it wasn't a job, it has to be a scam, right? And so long story short, I went over to his house. I sputtered over there in my $600 94 Honda Accord, and beautiful home, Range Rover, BMW. I saw the lifestyle and I remember thinking to myself, whatever this man's doing, I am all in, because I've never met a guy on his level tell me he was going to teach me how to be successful. And so I was at least willing to open my ears and listen. And so it was this industry right here that he showed me. And I'm not kidding you, you guys, after you get to this presentation, some of you might be like, not for me. But there might be some crazy ones on here that was just like me, that are looking and praying for an opportunity. And I felt like Charlie from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I got the golden ticket, baby. And it was this industry right here. And so listen, if you just want to trade with us, you can just trade with us. There's people all over the world that want to learn how to trade, that want to learn about Forex, that want to be on the forefront of the crypto wave. Right? A lot of you probably want to travel more. Some of you might want to earn additional income, but you don't want to go get a second or third job, right? 2 jobs are for 2 people. One person shouldn't be working 2 or 3 jobs. And so Jim Rohn said, work your day job to pay your bills and build your fortune at night. And that's what I did. I worked my 9 to 5 to pay the bills, and I built my business, this industry right here, from 5 to midnight, until I was able to go fire my boss and replace my income with this. And so I'll walk you guys through exactly what it would look like if you did decide to treat this as a business. And if you want to get started, awesome. If not, no big deal at all. I certainly don't hop on this call to try to get a couple $100 out of people. Okay. So I'm looking for people that are looking for us, period. And so this is how it works. When you get started, and you want to become a business owner, an independent business owner with us, you get a back office website. It tracks your entire business online in real time. Everything is put together by the company. The trading products, our educators, our vetted, our technology team, our scanners, our back office, the training and mentorship. All of it's put together for you. And all you have to do is pay a couple $100 to get started, and you have the same opportunity as I did when I got started. You get access to all of our mentorship calls. You get access to the live trading sessions. You get access to our live events, the scanners, the tap to trade software, everything. Okay. And here's how it works. Refer 3 customers and it's free. So not 3 a month, not 3 a year, but if you go out there and refer a few people, like me, when I first got started, I referred Britt, my buddy AJ, and my buddy Nate. Those 3 people right off the rip. I was 3 and free. But here's the cool part. You can just stay there if you want to. Now you have access to all of Akashx at no cost. Is that pretty cool? Type 333 in the chat if that's pretty cool. Now you get access to the entire educational platform. Okay, but it doesn't stop there. Say those 3 people, they start hopping on some of the trading sessions like Preston Gomez and Arabella. And they're like, oh my gosh, bro, this is exactly what I've been trying to figure out, but I'm on YouTube trying to learn and I can't figure out who to learn from. But this is it right here. Say those 3 people get excited and they start sharing it with some people. Well, you push over the first couple dominoes, and everything that comes through that in the months and years, you're going to get a piece of, right? So 3 grows into 8 customers, not you putting in 8 personally, but you getting a few who go out and get a few. You just hit the rank of founder. Okay, founder is going to waive your monthly fee and pay you a $250 a month residual income. And if you're brand new on this call and you don't know what residual income is, it's money that comes in every single month for work you did in the past. I get paid every single week for work I started years ago. It's just a better way. This is the first thing my mentor taught me back in 2012. He gave me an audio of him speaking at a big event in Chicago. He said, listen to this audio. It's going to change your life. And I put that audio in. And the first thing he said on that audio, it was him speaking in Chicago. He's like, how many people in this room would like to earn a passive residual income higher than your expenses of your dream life? And everybody raised their hand. And he goes, why don't you have it? And I remember sitting in my car, I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I have that? And then he went on to talk about things we were never taught about in school, like Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Okay, they had us read Huckberry Finn. Why would they not have us read Think and Grow Rich, where Napoleon Hill traveled the world and studied the most successful people on the planet, and he wrote the chapters on all the commonalities that they all shared of the most successful traits, right? And he talks about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. He talked about the cash flow quadrant and all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh, information changes situation. That changes situations. And that audio right there changed my situation. It opened up my mind. And it made me think, I need to get access to some sort of business and opportunity where I can get leverage and where I can have tax benefits and I can travel. I could be a mobilepreneur. And it all led to this. And so once you get to founder, it doesn't just stop at 8. 8 people can talk about something a lot faster than you can. 8 grows into 20 customers. Boom, you just hit platinum. That's going to pay you $400 a month in residual income. Now, don't quit your day job just yet. It's just $400 a month. But for the average family, for the average household, dude, there's people all over the world on this call. I saw Botswana on the call. I saw a Turkey on the call. I saw Norway on the call. Okay. I'm in America. They say this is the land of the free. Well, if you're middle class in America, you are struggling living check to check and have a whole lot of credit card debt. And so I know for a fact, an average $400 a month can change people's situations. That's an extra couple vacations a year for you and your family, right? Maybe that's your car payment. Maybe that's your student loans, whatever the case may be. But again, it doesn't just stop at 20. 20 grows to 40. Boom, you just hit Sapphire. That's $1,000 a month in residual income on average. 40 grows to 80 customers. You hit Ruby, that's $2,400 a month. 80 grows to 167 customers. Now again, not you putting in 167 by yourself. You getting a few who go out and get a few. And we have systems in place that all you have to do is plug and play, right? We will show them for you. We will help you sign your people up if they want to get started. We'll teach them how to navigate the website. We'll teach them how to download the Akashx app and navigate the app to get on the next trading sessions, to take the tap to trades. We'll help you do everything to build your business. Guess why? Because if we help you win, we win. How long are you going to stick around if you don't have success? Probably not very long. Well, then our foundation of this business is on a sand. It's on a sand castle, right? We want to build it on concrete. We want to build this on a solid foundation. So all we want for you guys is to level up, whether it's from the business side or the trading side, or you're traveling the world and having peak life experiences. But you have your goals and dreams, and I have mine. And the beautiful part about this is you can lock in and we can go chase our dreams and goals together. So guys, listen, there's a map, a blueprint, a path to be able to get you to whatever level you want to. It's funny, I've been in this industry for 13 years. My mom's a realtor. My dad's a retired factory worker, and she told me, years ago, she's like, Joey, I just don't understand what it is that you do. Like, I see, you're traveling and you're showing people and I just don't understand it. I said, Mom, the best way I could explain it, it's like a fun video game I can level up in real life. I look at life like it's a video game, and I am my own main character. Instead of sitting all day trying to win in Zelda, like I love Zelda too, guys. I love video games too. But instead of sitting there and obsessing over leveling up in video games, I want to level up my real life character. And in this industry, the only way you hit the higher ranks, the only way you get to higher income levels is by leveling up yourself first. And so for me, when I got started, I had no clue what I was doing. All I know is I just saw an opportunity, and I'm looking at it for the first time, and I didn't even know if it was real. I didn't know if it would work. I barely had the money to get started. I had $3 left over if I did want to get started. And so that I was going to school full time. I was working full time. I had life. I had my girlfriend, right? And so this came out of left field. But what I did see was an opportunity for me to actually chase my dream life. Like, do you guys remember when you were in like junior high or middle school? We had these big dreams and goals. Some of you might want to have been a soccer player, maybe a pro snowboarder. That was my goal. Maybe you wanted to be an athlete or whatever it is. But then you started to get into a little bit higher up almost towards college, like 18. And then your parents are like, all right, what do you really want to do? You got to be realistic. I never resonated with that because I never wanted a job. J-O-B, just over broke. They pay you just enough to scrape by. So when I saw this industry for the first time, sure, I didn't know if it was real. Sure, I didn't know if I could do it. And I was a little bit nervous. But if I was going to write down on a piece of paper my dream career, it's be your own boss, choose your own hours, work with the people that you want to work with, have leveraged income, have tax benefits, travel the world. I can be stay-at-home parents and build this business from my home while my family's here. Like, this was checking every single box. I'm like, this is the dream career if it's real. I just didn't know if it was, but I was willing to pay a couple $100 to at least give it a shot because I knew I wasn't going to be in my deathbed one day thinking, dang it, I shouldn't have spent that couple $100 back in 2012. And I even looked at this. I'm like, it looks too good to be true. And if you're thinking that, I get it. I also said to myself, my conscience told me, if every opportunity you come across is too good to be true, how will you ever find one that's true? And so I got started, and I started at the bottom, just like everybody else. I had no clue what I was doing. I gave the guy my card to get started. He became my mentor. And the 2 reasons I got started, number one, it was a couple $100. Number 2, I never met a guy on his level tell me he was going to teach me how to be successful. And I can go to school for business and learn business, but who's teaching me about business? It's a guy that makes 50 grand a year. He can't teach me how to make 50 grand a month and have complete time freedom and money freedom. But this guy could. That's why I went all in. Okay. And so I got started that day. I gave him my card to get started, $3 left over. He gave me a $20 bill for gas to get home. That's where I was at. And I remember driving home and I was thinking to myself, well, I hope I'm not getting scammed here because I have no money left. And I just started showing the plan. I started plugging into the products and services. I started showing this to my friends. I had people tell me I was an idiot. I had people tell me this thing would never work. Matter of fact, I was on a boat a couple days after I got started. My 3 best friends were on that boat. I was so excited trying to explain everything I just saw, which is not how you're supposed to do it. I was like, I just met this guy. He's making 100 grand a month. He's willing to teach us. I'm all in. We can travel, this and that. My buddy looks at me because this industry is called network marketing. Right? This industry of network marketing does more revenue than the NFL and the movie industry combined. Okay, it is not on trial. But my best friend, Sam Grow, he looked back at me, he turned around, he goes, Wilson, shut up. No one's gonna pay you that type of money. I'm going to school for marketing. And I literally thought to myself that day, that's his own limiting belief. And he will probably never earn that type of money because he doesn't even believe he can. But the ones that are crazy enough to believe that they can are the ones that actually do. And so that's where I went. I detached the answers from my friends. I didn't care what they said. Because one thing my mentor told me before I left his house that day, he said, consider the source. If you buy someone's opinion, you have to buy their lifestyle. So be careful whose opinions and whose lifestyles that you're buying. Right? Have they ever done this before? Have they ever made $25,000 a month in this before? Or do they not have $5,000 in their own bank account? Right? You wouldn't take weight loss advice from someone that's out of shape. Why would you take financial advice from people that are broke? I stopped listening to people that are broke. That was the big game changer for me. And I found an opportunity that I could create leverage where my income wasn't dependent on myself, but it's dependent on us. And if I help you guys get paid, we all get paid. That's how this works. It's a beautiful opportunity where people come together and uplift each other. Listen, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Before this industry, I was hanging out with a bunch of idiots that were going nowhere. All we focused on was partying. Who's got the next party? Who's going to the beach? Who's got the smoke? Who's got the drink? I said, boom, I'm getting rid of all of that crap. I had a paradigm shift at 22 years old. I thought to myself, I'm changing my situation. I'm changing my circle. I want to find people that are moving and grooving and making things happen because I want to change my life. And by the time I'm 30 years old, I want to wake up and have complete time freedom and money freedom to do what I want with who I want, homeschool our kids, be stay-at-home parents, travel the world, live in our dream home. That's what I wanted. And so I just needed an opportunity to get me there. The job that I had was never going to allow me to live the dream life that I wanted. And I wanted to start compounding the right decisions and the right results. And it was this industry right here that changed everything for me. And I think one of the biggest reasons why is because this industry is filled with positive dreamers that just want to chase the best version of themselves. And if you're already in this, you know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful thing. But like Ollie said in the beginning, me and Matt now, 13 years later, it did not happen overnight. I followed the system. I stayed the course. I got through adversity. I was tested over and over and over and over, right? That's how you win. You fail. Whoever fails the most wins. And we are Crown ambassadors now. You see the average rank there, and I'll be completely transparent with you. We are not even close to the high number on Crown Ambassador. We're more towards the other number there, 103. But it's still worth it, wouldn't you say? It's absolutely worth it. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted. And that's why I get on these calls every single day, because I know there's other people out there that are just like me, that go to bed at night looking and praying for an opportunity, saying, God, I know you have something greater for me. I know where I'm at right now is not what you have called me to do, and I need an opportunity. But maybe you don't have $1 million to start a business. Maybe you don't have the credit or money to get into the real estate game, and that's the long-term game anyways. But you want to change your situation, and maybe you're on this call thinking, dude, I want to go 6 figures in the next 6 months. Maybe you're one of those crazy people like me and Thayer and Ali. Well, we can teach you how to do it. But listen, some of you might just want to trade. And I want to be honest, you absolutely can. This is the gold standard of education when it comes to trading Forex and crypto. I truly believe that. And if you get started, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a month-to-month membership. You can cancel at any time, right? You're not locked in at anything. That's what I love also. No one likes any contracts. But if you stay the course for a year, I promise you, you're going to look back from now and you're going to be like, I'm a better person. I'm a better version of myself, because this industry is way more than trading. It's way more than business. And it has a whole lot to do with personal development and personal growth. And that's what we focus on here. And Warren Buffett, the #1 investor of all time, he said, pour your wallet into your brain and your brain will fill up your wallet. And so I sold out to the mission right here. And my life is completely different because I did. And I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to convince, but I'm just looking for the ones that are looking for me. And even if one of you got started, great, awesome. And so check this out. If you want to trade, trade. If you want to make a little bit of residual income, we can teach you how to do that. If you want to make maybe a couple grand a month in residual income, we can teach you how to do that. Obviously, that workload is going to look a little bit different than if you wanted to go to the 50,000 a month. If you want to go to 100,000 a month, that is an all-out, sold-out mission, tunnel vision for a season of your life. It's a 3 to 5 year plan of going all in. My mentor always told me, he said, Wilson, it's 1,000 days. He said, I'd rather sacrifice 1,000 days and just get the money thing taken care of so I never have to worry about it ever again, rather than working for somebody else for the next 40 years of my life, eking out a living. I said, dude, I threw my credit card. I said, dude, sign me up. I'm willing to give this thing a shot. And that's where it happened. So guys, we're blessed to have this opportunity. One last thing I want to say to you, if you have any questions for me specifically, this is my Instagram, Joey Wilson, _. You can shoot me a DM. I'd love to get connected with you. If you have any questions at all, let me know who invited you on the call. That's very important. Let me know who invited you on the call and any questions you have, and I'll do my best to get your questions answered. But the main reason I wanted to show you this, because I made this Instagram a couple months after I got started in this industry. And I told my wife, Britt, I said, this is going to be a timeline to see how the journey goes. Right? This is going to be a timeline for me to see how this journey goes, because I had buddies tell me in my small town, the small thinkers, that all told me I was an idiot and that this thing would never work. And now when they tell me that, all I have to say is check the timeline, sucker, because it's working, and it's working real good. Myself, my wife, my family, we've been able to travel the world. We've lived in Miami, Florida. We lived in Laguna Beach, California. We lived in Scottsdale, Arizona. We built our dream home up here in Minnesota. And listen, you get a crystal clear picture of what you want your life to look like, and you can reverse engineer it. And we can show you the simple daily disciplines that it's going to take, compounding over time, to make it a reality. So if you want to get started, it's a couple $100. If not, it's all good either way. We appreciate your time. It's Saturday. You guys could be doing anything in the world. Get back with the person that invited you on this call. I'll see you in the group chats. And also, if you can make it to Miami, Florida next Saturday, we have an event where we're going to bring our best educators, we're bringing our best top earners, and there's going to be people walking stage for hitting ranks. There's going to be panels talking about trading, business, entrepreneurship, branding, and it's going to be incredible. Get to Miami, Florida next weekend if you can, and then we have our leadership cruise right after that. And if you want to learn more about our leadership trips and things that we do, I'd love to fill you in on that. But we're excited, guys. We're blessed to have this opportunity. I'm all in. Thayer's all in. Ollie's all in, and a lot of leaders on this call. And the person that invited you on here, they're showing you because they love you, trust you, and respect you, and want to lock arms with you and chase something special together. This isn't about selling anybody. It's just finding out who sees that vision. I understand that this industry might not be for everybody. Not everybody has those massive dreams and goals, and not everybody wants to be a risk taker. Some people are simpletons, and that's okay too. God bless the simpletons. That's just not what God had planned for me, and maybe that's not what God had planned for you. So again, guys, get back with the person that invited you on this call, and I'll see you at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. To the top we go, guys. Let's get it. Peace.